Hi, welcome to the Hammer Performance Shop. Aaron here. I'm going to talk a little bit today about how to pull your original tune out of your bike and why we want you to do that. This is using the Dynojet Powervision. Powervision is our preferred tuner. It's the one that we offer and recommend and support. And the reason that we have you pull the original tune and mail it to us when you install one of our engine kits or any product that we sell that's going to require a new tune from us is because by working with your bike's original tune, we minimize the number of changes that we're making to the tune. If I send you a tune that originated in some other bike, there's potentially lots and lots of differences in obscure tables and settings, and even some not so obscure tables and settings. Back when we used to do it that way, we would send out tunes and a guy would come back to us and say, well, my gear indicator doesn't work anymore, or my speedometer's off, or the bike doesn't idle right, or something like that. What I figured out years ago was that if I instead have the customer send me a copy of his bike's original tune and I change only the things that need to be changed for the changes that he's making, generally an engine kit, send that back to him, that my support issues go way, way down, right? There's still some little things we have to deal with here and there, but for the most part, that's a much less error-prone process. So we ask you to pull that original tune. Now it's possible that your bike doesn't have its original tune in it anymore. If you buy a bike, for example, used, and somebody has already swapped in a different tune, maybe they got a Screaming Eagle download, or maybe they tuned it with some other tuner in the past, your original tune is gone at that point. There are other things that can cause it to be gone too. A Powervision can be married to multiple different bikes. It only stores the original tune for the first bike that it's married to. So there's a possibility you don't have the original tune anymore, and if that's the case, then we'll work around that. I have enough original tunes from across a large enough section of different models and years that I can generally find the correct one for your bike. But if you've got your original one, that's the most error-free way to go, so I'm going to ask you to pull it. Now, on our website, in our kit installation instructions, we list out the steps for pulling your original tune. Okay, if you read the kit installation instructions, there's a specific section that says, if you own a Dynojet Powervision, it's in bold, and it lists out what you do. But some guys have some trouble interpreting those steps, particularly if they're not familiar with their Powervision and how to do all this. So the purpose of this video is to show you those steps. Okay, so if you want to zoom in here on the Powervision, when you power up your bike, this is what the first screen is going to look like. And the steps are basically to say load tune, load copy of original, okay? And it gives you some warning, and then you say okay. And right now it's trying to communicate with the ECM to pull it out. Well, this is a J1850 bike, and on a J1850 bike, not only do you have to have the key on, but you got to have the run stop switch on. So I flipped on the run stop switch, and notice it took off doing that. On the CAN bus bikes, you don't have to have the run stop switch on. So on Sportsters, that's 2014 and later. 07 through 13, you have to have the run stop switch on. The CAN bus bikes are also a whole lot faster at doing all this. So this is going to take just a little bit. But eventually it's going to come up like this, and it's going to ask you, okay, I've got a copy of the original tune, where do you want me to put it? I'm just going to pick a slot. I'll pick slot 1, and I'll say select, and it warns me that there's something in that slot, and I'm going to override it. That's fine. Okay, and it saved a copy of the original tune. Okay, and I'm going to just say exit to that. Next, I'm going to turn off the key. I'm going to grab the USB cable that's connected over here to my PC. I'm going to plug it in, and I'm going to power up the Powervision off of the USB cable instead of off the bike. Okay, and that's important. It's going to take it just a minute here, and it's going to tell us that it's now connected to the PC. PC link mode active is what it says. Once it says that, I can come over here to my PC, and I've already got WinPV running. This is the application that comes with the Powervision, and I'm going to click on Get Tune right here. Okay. When I click on that, it's communicating with the Powervision. It's going to show me what's in each of the 8 slots. Notice that the first one says copy of original tune. It's very important that you pull the original tune, not the current tune, by the way. So there's the copy of the original tune. I'm going to say bring that over, please. and I'm going to hit OK, and it's actually pulling it over right now from the Powervision into WinPV. Okay, tune is ready for editing. At this point in time, I have that tune in this program, and now what I need to do is I need to save this tune and then email it to me at Hammer Performance. All right. So the way you save it is you're going to come up to File, and you're going to say Save As. Now this is really important. Different setups of WinPV are going to default to a different location of where to save it. It's very important that you specify where it is so that you can find it later. I've had guys do this to me. They'll write to me and they'll say, well, I saved it, but I can't figure out where it put it, so I can't email it. So pay attention when you're on this step and make sure that you're putting it somewhere where you know where it's going to be. In this particular case, I'm going to just, for example, save it in the root directory of my C drive right there. So that way I know exactly where it is. I'm going to hit the save, and it saves it. Okay, so now I've got it in the root directory of my C drive, and from here, emailing it is a matter of running an email client, whether it's a web-based client or Outlook or Thunderbird or something like that, doesn't matter. And each one of those email clients, of course, has a different procedure for attaching a file, but all of them have a way to attach a file. And you're going to mail that to tech@hammerperf.com and say, here's the original tune for my bike. Make sure that I know who you are, and so that I can look you up and see exactly in our system what parts you've got, what kind of a kit you've got. If I don't know what kit you've got, I can't create your tune. It's helpful for me to know what you've got for an exhaust and an air cleaner. I may not have a tune with the exact same combination that you have, but I should be able to at least get close. And that's really what we're doing here. We're putting in a tune that's going to be safe for the bike to start it up and do your heat cycles. From there, the Powervision has an auto tune mode. And when I send your tune back, I'm going to give you instructions. I'm going to give you a link, actually, where you can go on the Powervision site to watch a video that tells all about how to do an auto tune process. So you're going to have a tune that's safe to start your bike with, do your heat cycles with, do your initial 20 miles or so of very gentle riding. Then you're going to use the Powervision's auto tune function, and you're going to dial that tune in for your particular combination. It's going to run much better. Okay, so that's the basic procedure. If anything isn't clear, write to me and ask. But this is very straightforward. We've had literally thousands of customers do this. The process works very, very well, and that's it. So don't forget to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks.